Right now, LaRosa looking at the weather.
And it looks pretty dry out there. Crystal clear skies over Manhattan right now, but it's cold and blustery everywhere. That's today. Tomorrow with those lighter winds, it starts to feel more comfortable and a little milder even still on Sunday. But we are eyeing the 50s and for a couple days when that comes to an end in the next week and a half in that 10-day forecast.
Thanks so much. And still to come, the winter genius. If you are heading into New Jersey here, you're going to want to steer clear of 80 eastbound. All lanes still shut down over by exit 34 because of that sinkhole from a couple weeks ago. Coming up, we've got an update for you on that crash on the New England Thruway. Here's a live look outside right now, though, onto the inbound approach to the Holland Tunnel. Darlene, Michael, still a quiet ride. Thanks so much. And you can now watch Today in New York at 7 a.m. Live local news continues wherever you stream News 4. We'll be back.
Trying to get into the after party for that. It's really,
it's wild.
Really hard. Yeah.
I love that his name is just Dale.
Dale.
It's Dale. Interesting name for an eagle. All right. Well, good luck to those guys and happy birthday. We are looking at another chilly one, but crystal clear right now. So we love that view of all the colors in the skies. The sun's coming up. All right, we check in at LaGuardia, 24 degrees out there right now, but those winds are howling northwest at 23 miles per hour. So that feels like temperature. It's just 9 degrees. So it's one of those days where we're only going to see everybody's eyes out there this morning. We do see that steady improvement. We've been talking about how warm it is for daytime highs coming up, but also those overnight lows. So we do factor in some very breezy conditions this morning, even into early tomorrow morning, where the wind chills are still going to be down in the single digits and teens, but even that relaxes quite a bit. In fact, by Wednesday morning, our forecast of 40 degrees. By Thursday morning, looking at that forecast low of 42. It really has been since basically fall that we've had, or early winter that we've had a low temperature that high. It's also going to have an effect on the snowpack. So another way to look at the warm up, tracking the snow cover forecast. You can see how it just retreats far to the north where there's a lot of snow to get through up here. And so that's where it's going to stay into next week, but it kind of wipes any snowpack that we have in and around the city area kind of away there. And certainly into next week with mild conditions and maybe a sprinkle or two. So no sign of snow early in the week with our temperatures getting close to 50 degrees. By the end of the week, we have another storm system here that's going to wrap up the week and the month that could bring us some rain and maybe a few snowflakes. So we've got our eyes on that for sure. Enjoy the bright skies. Plenty to go around today, but obviously staying cold. Just by 2 p.m., 32 degrees. Those northwest winds still 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting higher than that most of the day. So most of the day, it's going to feel like the teens, and then down to 20 degrees tonight under mostly cloudy skies. Winds relax quite a bit, which is going to feel really nice. We've got 37 for tomorrow afternoon, but by Sunday, 42. So you can see we've got a couple days pretty close to 50. I think we hit it on Tuesday, and then by Thursday into Friday, the chance for some wet weather coming in before we finish that out, and the first weekend of March looking pretty nice. All right, 6:48 now. Adele, what are you keeping an eye on?
We've got a few things going on. We have subway delays that have just picked up here on your F and M line, so you're going to want to tack on a few extra minutes if that's part of your morning commute. New England Thruway southbound by the Hutch exit 9. We're still watching the stalled car taking out a lane. It's going to be a tight ride through the area. Stick to the Hutchinson River Parkway instead. Some good news, though, that crash has finally cleared out on the northbound side over by Mamaroneck Avenue, 18B, and delays have quickly eased out through there as well. Heading on to the Cross Bronx Expressway westbound side, just a bit of a slow go as you make your way into 3rd Avenue. And a quick reminder here, 80 eastbound is still shut down by exit 34 because of that sinkhole from a couple weeks ago. Expect to see delays on 15 southbound into 80. Stick to 46 or 10 instead. Darlene, Michael, back to you.
Adele, thanks so much. 6:40. Welcome to Today in New York. Thank you for streaming with us. I'm Michael Gargiulo.
I'm Darlene Rodriguez. Adelle Caballero is here looking at closures and issues on the way wherever you're going this morning. And LaRosa is talking about that cold weather.
Same cold, different day.
Right.
Same. Yes. The winds have kicked up again, which we had a little bit of a break yesterday, at least for a time before those snowflakes moved in. Those are out, and you can see that the brilliant sunshine. The air is really dry, so it is bright out there. The big picture showing a few snow showers interior northeast riding on that northwest flow, which you can see those clouds streaming over the warmer Gulf waters. We are going to stay dry, but as far as the winds, yeah, it stays blustery. These are sustained winds, so 10 to 20 mile per hour sustained winds. Those gusts consistently this morning have already been 20, 30 plus. So just bundle up all the layers, but lots of sunshine too. By 2 o'clock, up to 32 degrees. That's our high today. So about 10 plus degrees below average, and winds stay brisk straight through this evening. So it feels like temperatures all day in the teens and the low 20s. And then once again, with clear skies, lighter winds heading into tonight. So that'll be pretty nice. Temperatures, though, back down into the upper teens and low 20s. All right, let's get an update on those slowdowns and closures and everything else, Adele.
Yes, well, as Maria mentioned, it is pretty cold out there. As a result, Havistrata Austining and Newburgh to Beacon will remain suspended today. All your other ferry lines will be looking good. 80 eastbound still shut down over by exit 34. This is because of that sinkhole from a couple weeks ago. You're going to want to avoid the area, of course. 46 or Route 10 would be your way around it. Also expect to see delays on 15 southbound making that approach to 80. Routes 1 and 9, you've got a lane shift. Route 3 out to the Lincoln Tunnel for preparations for the Hudson Tunnel. Darlene, Michael, back to you.
Thank you very much. Adele, well, happening today, the man accused.
In Florida, we're dealing with
I know.
temperatures in the teens and 20s.
Yes, the un-Florida right now. Yes, teens and 20s from Livingston, Yonkers, Norwalk. You can see by 5 p.m. still close to or just below freezing in most spots, but dry. It does remain blustery all day. One thing it's not going to remain is terribly cold for the morning hours all week long. We see by midweek, in fact, low temperatures up near 40 degrees. So we'll take a look at how long that mild stretch lasts in the 10-day.
Thank you, Maria. And still to come, the winter has been.
Thanks, Darlene. If you are heading out to the rails, your 1 F&M trains right now, you are seeing delays. We've got dayside track work with your 4 or 6A Rockaway Park Shuttle, JZ, and 7 trains coming up. We're going to break down those slowdowns on the roads, and here's a peek out there right now onto the Kew Gardens Interchange. You're watching Today in New York.
Degrees here in the city at this hour, Maria.
Yes, it's bright and blustery, as we like to say, practically all winter long. But we are going to see those temperatures moderate heading into the weekend. That's still on track. Nothing getting in the way of that. And mostly dry until the later part of next week. So increasingly more pleasant, more comfortable weather really starting off this weekend. We just have to get through today and at least tomorrow morning. Our warm-up, our warmest day, in fact, is Tuesday, where we get close to or hit 50 degrees. But it's also coming along with some clouds and maybe some sprinkles. Not a big weather system, maybe slightly bigger by the time we get to Thursday and Friday. But in the meantime, high pressure's in control. We take the winds down a category by tomorrow and into Sunday, so it's going to feel better. Just a point of reference, this time of year, our average high is 43. By the time we wrap up the week and wrap up February and wrap up meteorological winter, those average highs are in the mid 40s. So as we kind of take a peek at early March, there is a chance that despite our little warming trend this week, we may delay spring a little bit longer as we kick in that first week of March. So heading out today, yeah, the wind chills are in the teens and 20s, 32 for the high. That's it. Wind chills will be in the teens and 20s all day into this evening. And then even if you have some late night plans, definitely still need to bundle up. And it'll be a cold start to the day tomorrow. Temperatures in the upper teens near 20 degrees in the city, but those winds relax. So Sunday's going to feel so much more comfortable, 42 degrees. There's our 50 on Tuesday, and you can see that stretch of close to 50 degrees by the time we get to Wednesday and Thursday. That's when our rain chance increases, maybe mixing with a little snow if some of that cold air gets in here fast enough. But overall, it should be a quiet start to March. Saturday and Sunday looking pretty quiet. All right, want to get an update on transit and all things traffic, Adele?
Yes, if you are looking ahead into the weekend here, just as a quick reminder, because of ongoing infrastructure repairs, New Jersey Transit, your Northeast Corridor, North Jersey Coast, and Midtown Direct lines, you will see delays up to 20 minutes, and Hoboken Path will remain closed, but reopening February 25th. Hitting the roads, 80 eastbound still shut down over by exit 34 for that sinkhole. Expect to see delays on 15 into 80. Stick to 46 and 10 instead. Darlene, Michael, back to you.
Adele, thanks very much. Well, it's been more than a month.